Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. Today I'm going to share with you a clip from a recent live event. This was a members only. We're talking rank battles. We're reviewing some of my recent battles, and I'm sharing some of the observations I'm picking up from Modern. I'm looking at the impact of soulbound cards and how powerful they are at Diamond Champion. I'm fighting in Champ 3, really close even now for Champ 2. There's 3 days left in the season at the time I'm recording this intro. So I mean, I've got a different sort of skill set here in Modern than I ever had in Wild. My cards are set apart because of my soulbounds that I've accumulated. Some of you maybe haven't. Some of those gladiators also, because I've been in Time and Attention Guild for a long time, and how playable now they are within the rank experience gives me an advantage, gives me an edge. I'm having a lot of fun in the Modern. And this is a bit of a deep dive on 4 battles that I've started to see new trends. I hope you find this interesting. If you do, stick around, stay tuned, like and subscribe. And if you want more content from me, check out the members page on my YouTube channel. If you subscribe at any level, you'll be invited to weekly live events. Plus, it'll unlock a bunch of members only live content. Hey, have an amazing day, guys. God bless. Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. But yeah, I got to do some ranked battles anyways. As you can see, I'm in Champ 3. I got in yesterday with 4 days and 10 hours left. Made it into Champ 3, and I'm approaching Champ 2. Feels possible, 76 rank away. I haven't been in Champ 2 in Modern ever. This is only my 2nd season in Champ and my 3rd season trying in Modern. The first season I started obviously in Bronze, fought my way into Gold. That was only halfway with the season, like 5 days remaining, so I didn't make it very far. Season 2, made it from Silver all the way to Champ 3, and then this is the 3rd full season, or this is the 2nd full season, but the 3rd time playing in Modern. And I'm gonna, hopefully I'll get, I don't know, maybe we get Champ 1. That'd be wild. I haven't done that. And there's cards I lack. I don't have Kitty, I don't have Yoda, and I don't have Llama, I don't have, you know, there's a lot of cards I don't have that unfortunately hold me back. But I am pretty pleased with some of my wins. I wanted to record a few of them because there were some pretty juicy wins that I felt were super impressive. There's some new strats I'm learning in Modern in particular, and I feel like I've got some things to say and maybe to show. But look at this game. Actually, I'm going to cue this game up. This was a juicy win. Hang on. These are some of the good ones, actually. There's some goodies in here. I'm gonna play this battle here. Is that the one? I think this is the one. Watch this. What are the rule sets here? Okay. This is not what I originally was thinking, but there was a lot to see here even. 60 mana, trample. Blue is available. So first thought is heavy melee, go with the new legendary water summoner that allows trample. I forget his name right now. No heals, so you want big meat shields. You need to have a lot of hit points just in case. You can't heal them. Repair is great, so void is great. And then triage and some of the sometimes backliners can be really sort of weaker. As you can see here, 6 hit points, 5, 10, 8. Smaller hit points mean that the backline needs some sort of repair or sustainability like a triage, but again, that's not viable with healed out. And then you don't want to do archery, but that means that your opponent can predict your, if you're not going to focus on archery, I can assume I got a 1 in 2 chance that I can guess right. You're going to go melee or magic, mostly. Now, it doesn't mean you can't use some archery, as we both have done in this context. But if that's your focus, you're going to have it's going to go bad for you. So I'm just starting to see more trends. Like, okay, so I've used void armor. Okay, so I minimize my archery. Okay, so I put a lot of meat shield, a lot of hit points in. I'm gonna camouflage you because I can't hold up my back lines, from your whatever attacks you got. But I can really put a sustainable front line. Let's watch this battle. It's a close battle, really, really close. This blind over here is impactful. One of the things I come to expect when there's healed out, especially when water's available, is an Oceanus in the front line, because that force field, especially in a high mana match, because the Oceanus in high mana matches, you get a lot of big monsters that do huge damage, and you know, 6, 7, you know, big damage is possible. And so the force field starts to be expected. It's a good off tank. And unfortunately, it doesn't work for him because all of my attacks are less than, and that's by design. I chose that by design. I like the Igor Longtail is an amazing tank that we started with, not just because of the Void Armor, which was applicable in this context, also because it's a huge meat shield, and because I'm cameling, I'm getting all attackers right down the pipe. So I want that, but he's got 2 attacks that are both less than 5. So that was a big win for me. I felt like I really read that well, and then it ended up working out. And there's one more I want to show you here. This is a very, is that the one? That's not the one. Skip to results, back. 2 more battles. This one here is a, I'm starting to really use the soulbounds more effectively. The Kulu Mastermind is absolutely a beast. When I look at the soulbound cards, I think these are going to be super expensive. I think to myself, they have no price, but that doesn't mean they lack a value. They absolutely have value. This card is amazing. And you're going to see it leans really well with the Know the Just. Because, man, this thing's so fast, so evasive. It's got the rust. And so let's look at the rule sets. With the rule sets here, we've got the Holy Protection. We've got odd ones out. When you get the odd ones out, I like to pull in either a dragon or a neutral monster's help, because it can complement your depleted card reserve, right? Because you no longer have all the evens, you only have the odds, or you have the evens but you don't have the odds, etc. And anyways, this card is just amazing. And one thing I'm seeing, not only is Kulu Mastermind amazing with the weapons trainer, but actually there's 3 different rule sets: Super Sneak, Equal Opportunity, and I forget what the last one is called, but you can attack the melee from any position. There are 3 different attack rules sets that do that. And so the Kulu Mastermind is actually exceptional, of course, right? It's exceptional. It's an amazing card. Shield, 9 hit points, 5 damage, 4 speed, opportunity, and weapons trainer. It's an amazing card, and it's not even a giant, which makes it even better. Like if it was 10 mana, it'd be even more vulnerable. But this is an exceptional card. It's actually, like, in my mind, an off tank. If it slips into the first spot, I like it still. It's still okay with that shield. It actually can hold its own. Plus, opportunities is strength and strong suit. So you don't put it in the first spot. You put it in the second spot, and you put like a Know the Just, or you put a Bakjir in that first, and we see that all the time. But the thing I wanted to share here is that the soulbounds are way better than I recognize, and I'm seeing that more in modern than I used to see in wild. And the second point I want to make is that Kulu the Mastermind is not just good, exceptional. And this is one example of how it works well. But if you picture any of those 3 rule sets where melee can attack from any position, sneak attack, equal opportunity, or all of them can attack the front line, whatever the 3 are called, you could put the Kulu in the 3rd, 4th spot, and instead of Know the Just in the 2nd spot, Bakjir in the 1st spot, and you actually get, this could be in the 3rd spot and still be attacking. It doesn't have reach, it doesn't have an opportunity, it doesn't have sneak, but it does because of a rule set, and there are 3 different rule sets that can apply, which makes the Kulu Mastermind absolutely equipping for all of those melee situations in a powerful way. And you might say that's quite niche, but take that logic forward, the weapon trainer, and apply it to the white team, which has a weapon trainer magic monster. You can put the Chaos Agent in the 2nd spot. You can put the let's pull one up. I did this recently. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But yeah, the point is that the weapon trainer is, I'm beginning to really fully explore how powerful that is. Let's do one more battle. This is a fun victory that was down to the wire against an opponent with very, very huge rank points. So I put, you got flying, you got Fog of War. I think I think to myself, in the high mana match, my opponent is going to bring armor, especially when flight is necessary. One of the ways to avoid, if you don't have enough flyers, is to bring armored monsters that have huge hit points, because they will survive from the earthquake due to either shield or armor. And so this one has shield and armor. This one has just armor. You got a res too. You bring out reses, and this is quite a popular play where there's a big main tank with lots of hit points, and many of which is armor. And you bring the reses. So this is like, I came into this thinking, I want to build flyers. I want to build self-sustaining monsters. He's not a flyer, but they can heal themselves. This one's not a flyer, but it can repair the armor that comes over here as he slips into the first. And it's just a strong monster with the archer reflect and the good magic damage and the huge hit points. And then just another tank heal, because we always need tank heals. So, and then this card, Immortalis, what a card. The Shatter is so clutch in these rules, in these rule sets. If anything, really, any higher mana match, you know, if it's 40 plus, 50 plus, I'm confident you're bringing a huge beast of a tank, because most people want to spend their mana. It's very rare I go into a 99 mana match and I face off against somebody with 25 mana on the table. People want to put out their big cards, you know, Robo Dragon or your Carnage Titan or your, you know, Cornelius or your Kron. Like, big cards come out when their mana is there to spend, because they're fun to play with and we want to use them. And that proclivity is something you can react to, because it means that you can expect Shatter to have a huge impact. Let's watch. Look at how close this is. They just eat. They just delete. I didn't get a return. A retaliate on either of the attacks that hit my bee there, my queen bee. So that's a shame, because I could have actually shattered the armor right out the gate. But that's why we put in big mana matches. You got to have ample hit points in the front line. You cannot come into a 56 mana match with, you know, 3 hit points, 4 hit points, 3, 5. You need to have big hit points, because it's going to get eaten. Let's see what happens though. Look, one shot, 10 armor gone, deleted. So they absolutely erased my and look at that, another 10 armor gone. We killed I want to say 30 hit points that first round because of the Shatter, killing 20. And then there's another 6 down with the Shatter. Yes, he kills my tank, but first round I killed his tank twice. And then the second round, I kill his tank again, because look at that. We brought him to 1, and the flight's going to get him. The earthquake's going to get him. And now it's starting to think, like, what's going to happen? Am I going to win this? Because both my tanks are gone, but so are his. And then now it's like these squishy magic monsters up front. And he's got the kitty with the speed and the heal, but there's no hit points to heal. Even the Diamond Dragon, it only has the 6 hit points, and it's no void armor. So he's in trouble now. And I got the last stander with the Kron. But he's got the last stander. Yeah, it just doesn't matter though. We got the self-heal. We can resist against the earthquake. And we got the magic reflecting boot. This was a very close match against a very strong opponent. And I feel like I just read it well. And part of it was just recognizing the value of a certain summoner. It's 72 RP jump. Recognizing the value of a summoner in a given context, knowing that in a higher mana match, armor is likely, higher big monsters with huge meat shields are likely, Shatter therefore so important. There is one more play that I want to show you that I've been noticing lately a lot, and that works. Now, it doesn't work in this context, but let's watch it. The Jared Scar in the front line absolutely works very, very often. Now, again, it doesn't in this context because I didn't properly support my Izzyar, but Izzyar is amazing. One more soulbound card that just is absolutely overpowered. It totally is. It's so overpowered because the taunt is huge with the void, and there's ample triages with the white team. Now, I only brought Spirit Hoarder, but there's also there's 2 other triages on this team, so you can triple triage the Izzyar, and if they play magic, you win, period, because it's like a slugfest between, you know, this guy's not killing my guy with the repair and the resurrect even, and, you know, the stun. Like, it just, we are going to win this if my Izzyar stands, but watch. So my mistake was in lack of support for Izzyar, and I actually wanted to pull the Thunderbird, but I ran out of time. I was going to pull it and put in a different triage. There's an archer that has 2 mana cost and triage, and it would have actually been pivotal. But just watch how this plays out. The Jared's Guard gets all the room it needs to breathe. We've got the repair with the void armor of my own, so I don't need to be too afraid. Yes, I'm vulnerable, but I can beat this guy one-on-one. So it's all about my Izzyar staying up. There's a first kill with the first Bloodlust, and we will eat him again. That took 2 rounds, 2 more rounds, and we'll get through it. But my triage just isn't enough over here. That's the real issue. And then unfortunately, the redemption goes to the wrong spot. See, this was a mistake. Thunderbird was a mistake. I needed 1 more triage at least. And that was the reason we end up, things turn right now because the Izzyar goes down. My Void Armor isn't enough. The Dispel kicks in, taking Jared's bonuses away from him. And then they get through him. And as soon as Izzyar goes down, the vulnerable Jared's Guard goes down, and then you lose. But that is a play that I've seen a lot of people try, and that works. I just did it incorrectly with not enough support. I'm loving these new soulbound cards. I'm really enjoying rank in modern. I'm playing quite a bit, and I wonder if you guys are too.